Hello class, this is chapter 8, Polynomials. We will be learning the basic definitions today. So what is a polynomial? It is simply an expression consisting of variables and coefficients. The word polynomial is derived from two Greek words, one poly, which means many, and the other nominal, which means terms. So polynomials, they have positive and negative signs in an algebraic expression, and these signs will break the polynomial into smaller pieces called terms. Each positive and negative sign is part of the term that follows it. So look at this polynomial in this example A. 3x squared times y minus 5x times y cubed plus 7 times x times y. Now the sign goes with the term that follows after the sign. So you can actually divide it using a line if that helps you. So this would be the first term, and here we have a minus sign, minus 5x times y cubed, and we can divide it here. So the negative and the positive signs separate the algebraic expression into three terms. We have three separate terms here, and we're going to break it down a little bit further in the next screen. So here we have the same polynomial. Here is our first term, 3x squared times y, and it's broken down right here. This is the beginning of the second term. The second term includes the sign, so we're going to include this negative sign with the 5 times x times y cubed. If you need to cut it off right before the next sign, we have a plus 7 times x times y. So we have three terms in this polynomial. In the next example, we have 3 times x squared minus 9x times, what's in parentheses, 2y plus 5z. So we have, let's count our terms. I have 3x squared. I'm going to draw a line before my first sign, which is this negative 9x. Okay, the negative sign it belongs with that second coefficient. Okay, make sure you include that. And this entire piece here is the second term. So here in this example, 2 minus x over x times y plus 5 times what's in parentheses, 2x squared minus y. Okay, so we're looking for our positive and negative, our minus signs. So I see my plus sign right here. I'm going to put a line. And this would be my first term, 2 minus x over xy. My second term includes this plus sign and everything following that. So 5 times what's in parentheses, 2x squared minus y. This entire thing is my second term. So let's see how many terms are in each expression in these examples. First example is 3 plus 2x minus 1. I'm gonna look for my plus and minus signs, and I'm gonna just draw a dividing line. Okay. So remember, the numbers that come after your plus and minus sign, that is what it belongs to that term. So we have one term here. We have one term here. This is our second term. And this is our third term, negative 1. Okay, example B, 3 plus 2x minus 1. So I'm looking for my plus and minus signs. Here is my first term, which is 3. My second term is 2x minus 1. And then in example C, I have in parentheses 3 plus 2x minus 1. This is an expression all in one. This is one expression, or one term. Okay, so there is only one term in example C. Recall that numbers are multiplied to give a product called the factors of that product. So when we multiply 3 times 5, we get 15, and the factors of 15 are 3 and 5. When we multiply 2 times x, we get 2x. The factors of 2x are 2 and x. So if we multiply 7 times A times B times C, our product is now 7A, B, C. Okay? This is the result of all of these factors being multiplied. Last definition for you today, numerical coefficient is the factor that is a number within a term. So we have a term here in example A, which is 6W. We're looking for the number. The number in this coefficient would be 6. In example B, we have negative 12x times y squared. The numerical coefficient would be negative 12. In example C, we have 3 times x times y over 4, which we can separate these variables and multiply it off to the side, which gives you the same answer. So to separate this, we would get our number value of 3/4. Now, looking at example D, x times y. When you have a variable without a number, it is always understood that there is always a 1. So this is the same thing as 1 times x times y, and my numerical coefficient is 1. In example E, negative a squared. Again, here we don't have a number in front of our variable a, but it's understood that it is a 1. So to get negative a squared, we multiply negative 1 times a squared to get, or our numerical coefficient would be negative 1. And then an example F, it is c over 5. So I have this fraction c over 5. Remember that if you see a variable without a number, it's always understood that it is the number 1. So we separate this fraction into 1 over 5 times c, and our numerical coefficient would be 1/5. Okay? Okay, guys, good luck on your assignment today, and let me know if you have any questions.